Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Firebrand spokesperson of the Congress party, Supriya Shrinate, has landed in trouble after her Instagram handle posted a rather distasteful and sexist comment against BJP's Mandi constituency candidate Kangana Ranaut. While such comments are not new or exclusive to leaders of any one party, what did surprise many was the crudeness of the remark coming from the handle of a woman politician herself. Now, Supriya has distanced herself from this, claiming that her social media team member made this post and that person has been identified and since fired. But does this absolve her? How does someone of her team have the gall to think that such a sexist remark was going to be par for the course? Doesn't Supriya actually have double responsibility here, given she's in charge of her own handle, no matter who handles it on a day-to-day basis, and she's also party's overall social media in charge? What's most concerning is political parties' attitude towards women candidates, particularly who may come from entertainment background, because invariably they all face such comments by politicians themselves. It also shows that while parties may claim they stand for more female participation and candidates, they themselves have extraordinary biases against women. And the moment a woman is declared a candidate, she better brace herself for below-the-belt attacks. Of all parties, how does it look that this is coming from the Congress, a party that claimed credit for the recently passed Women's Reservation Bill? In fact, in the last couple of weeks, you've had a statement from Rahul Gandhi claiming to fight Shakti associated with Hindu Dharma. BJP was quick to point out that that is an attack on the female divine worshipped in Hinduism. Now you have a female leader herself seen attacking another woman candidate. Is there a wide gap emerging in the idealistic positions that parties may take and the everyday comments and behavior of their leaders? More importantly, is the action by the Congress party taken in this case enough? We take that question to our guests in just a bit, but first, let me break down what both parties, what both women, part of this entire controversy have had to say. So Supriya Shrinate, in her defense, has said that many people have access to her Facebook and Instagram accounts, and that's of course not uncommon. While Kangana Ranaut, actor turned politician's first few comments were that in her career she has played women of all kinds, women who've had professions of all kinds. Supriya further said that someone else has made what she herself admitted was an inappropriate post on Kangana Ranaut, but the actor escalated the attack on Congress, saying that there must be an attempt to free our daughters from the shackles of prejudices. Now, Congress's social media cell chief went on to claim that anyone who knows her is aware that she doesn't make any personal and indecent comments against women particularly. Kangana Ranaut on her part has said that there is a need for society to rise above the curiosity about women's body alone, because that's where these comments really come from. Supriya Shrinate, interestingly, also brought in an alleged copycat account of hers on the platform X, but it's unclear how is that relevant as far as this post is concerned. Kangana Ranaut, meanwhile, has said that people should refrain from using even sex workers' challenging lives or circumstances as some kind of an abuse or slur, particularly on other women. Finally, Supriya Shrinate said that the entire mischief began on the parody account on X, which I referred to earlier, which has been reported since. Again, this doesn't explain why her team reposted such a post instead of highlighting it and acting against the one they saw on the parody account. Kangana finally also said that every woman, despite her circumstances and profession particularly, deserves dignity. Now, the question that is on top of everybody's mind is, has the Congress done enough? We ask that because Supriya Shrinate has pinned the blame on her team and hasn't really issued an explicit apology for what happened on her handle. Meanwhile, Congress sources also say that there are at least 6 people who have access to Supriya's account, and as I mentioned, this is a routine practice. It is followed by most politicians or celebrities. There is a team that handles their social media account. But despite that, it is very much known, particularly if you're a public personality, that ultimately the responsibility for any post shared will be yours, and I'm sure Supriya is aware of that. All that Congress has done is laid off the person they say made the post, but is that action enough? The larger question is also about how female actors are particularly easy targets. In the past too, we've seen that when female actors turn politicians, they face such insults, and there's a long history, and of course this is not exclusive to any one party alone. From the Congress itself, just as recently as 2022, their UP leader Ajay Rai had taken a jibe at Union Minister Smriti Irani, saying that she only comes to Amethi, her constituency, to show latkas and jhatkas. Upon facing massive backlash, he said that he didn't intend to insult anyone, but of course the damage is always done. Similarly, there's the DMK. Their leader Sadai Sadiq had called Khushbu and other actors joining the BJP items. Why should such comments be reserved for female actors alone, not really for male actors? It's a big question. In 2020, Shiv Sena UBT Sanjay Raut had called Kangana Ranaut herself a haramkhor ladki during a TV interview, which drew the ire of many. In the year 2019, SP leader Azam Khan had sparked a controversy when he had said that Jayaprata, the female actor turned politician, wears khaki underwear. When confronted, he said he didn't take anyone's name. Congress leader Sajjan Verma in 2019 said the BJP has only one good face, Hema Malini, and the party makes her dance on classical songs to woo voters. Now, what is the need to bring that into the discourse, and why do women particularly face such attacks? Now, Supriya Shrinate's remark comes just before the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. Will insulting women voters cost, or women candidates in this case, cost the Congress and the India bloc? Here's why we pose this question, because look at the women participation as voters that is going up. In the 2019 turnout for the Lok Sabha elections, women voters were marginally higher than male voters. This is, of course, as per the turnout eventually. And if you look forward to 2024, eligible voters, women are nearly as much as male voters. So that there are roughly 50 crore male voters registered. There are about 47 crore female voters registered. The total electorate this time is expected to be 97 crores. But the turnout is increasingly being seen as higher amongst women voters than male voters. So is it a good idea to continue to mock women and female candidates while also asking for more female participation, especially as far as reservation goes? That's the big question coming up, the big debate with our guests. Has the Congress done enough when it comes to sending the right message?
मेरे फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट का एक्सेस कई लोगों के पास है। उसमें से किसी एक व्यक्ति ने आज एक बेहद घृणित और आपत्तिजनक पोस्ट की।
हर महिला, चाहे वो टीचर हो, चाहे वो एक्ट्रेस हो, चाहे वो जर्नलिस्ट हो, किसी भी तरीके की जो महिला है, वो डिग्निटी जो है वो डिजर्व करती हैं।
इस पूरे विषय पर इतने घंटे होने के बावजूद भी ना प्रियंका वाड्रा जी का, ना राहुल जी का, ना खड़गे जी का कोई बयान आया।
सुप्रिया श्रीनेत ने कह दिया कि किसी और ने किया है, हैक हो गया था, किसी और ने कह दिया, तो बात समाप्त।
Taking this across to our guests joining us, Meeta Chakrabarti of the Congress Party, Anuja Kapoor of the BJP joining us. I'm also joined by Susiben Shah, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Shinde faction, and Andrea D'Souza, actor and political activist. Let me begin with Meeta Chakrabarti first. Meeta, I have laid down the questions that arise out of the, what has transpired. Is the Congress action enough? Have you done enough to convince the voters that you're a party that is different when it comes to these episodes?
Okay, good evening to all your viewers and good evening to my fellow co-panelists as well. Now, firstly, I'll talk about Supriya Shrinate's alleged post that we are discussing here. It has been categorically stated by the alleged author Supriya Shrinate that these are not her words. She has not made this post. There was a Twitter parody account, a fake account in Twitter, from which the content was taken by mistake by one of the team members who had access to her account. She has categorically gone on record. She has the point at which she had seen the post, she had deleted the post. She had reported the Twitter fake account to Twitter, and she had gone on record to state that these are not her words. Anyone who has worked with Supriya Shrinate, and I have personally worked with her in the digital communication department, we know it for sure that she always stands up for women's rights, and this cannot be her words. So first of all, the thing that is so-called creating a stir, and I'm really amazed that BJP does not have any real issues to talk about, is actually a post that is actually not it's a fake post.
It's not fake. It was eventually posted from her official Instagram handle.
And she has, and the alleged author has gone on record and stated that these are not.
No, I'm not even calling her the author of the post. We take her word that she did not post this. It is not out of the ordinary for a social media team to handle a personality's social account. But is that enough? Ultimately, you're responsible. Like I mentioned, Supriya is actually the media chairperson of the media cell. The social media cell in Congress party. What does it say? 1 second, Meeta, what does it say of the Congress party that your social media team member felt this was an appropriate post to post from a leader's account?
Exactly. She had taken the responsibility, and you need to give me some uninterrupted time to complete my point. She had taken responsibility of this. Hence, she had come on record. She had given a clarification. Appropriate action would be taken against the social media team member who had actually initiated the post. Action had been taken against the parody Twitter account, and it has been reported. And I don't think there are too many people who actually come out in the public and take responsibility of words that are spoken allegedly on their behalf. Or
but has she taken responsibility?
It is really rich coming from BJP party, a party that, according to the Association of Democratic Reforms in 2018, has the maximum number of lawmakers with serious charges of crime against women.
No, forget the BJP. Wouldn't an ordinary person in India today be asking the question?
And woman dignity.
No, forget the BJP. This isn't just about the BJP, even though the attack came towards a BJP candidate. As I mentioned, this happens invariably to a lot of female candidates or female politicians, particularly if they seem to have an entertainment industry background. And I mentioned the attacks that have come in against Smriti Irani, for example, against Congress party leaders. But I'm not suggesting this is exclusive to the Congress party alone. My point is, you have claimed that this is...
What exactly are we discussing here and debating here tonight? Because when Supriya Shrinate had gone on record and categorically stated that these are not her words, an appropriate action will be initiated against any social media team member who has made this post in her account has been accessed by other people. When she has made categorically these points, are we in India so deprived of real issues?
Is this not a real issue? I thought women's dignity was a real issue.
Had Supriya not gone on record and stated that she has not made this post, this would have been a real issue.
But it was still made by somebody who is part of the Congress's social media team.
You can try, madam, you can try and manufacture
No, it's not like her account was hacked and it was made by a random person. I'm sorry. This is a post made from your leader's account by a member of your social media team. How did that person think this is an appropriate message from the Congress party? How did that person think that?
When Supriya Shrinate had gone on record and stated that these are not her words and had apologized and had stated...
She's not apologized for it. Actually, she hasn't apologized for it. I'm not sure why you're saying she has apologized. She hasn't made any explicit apology for the same. She has called the post inappropriate, and I mentioned that duly, but she hasn't apologized for it. Anuja, are you not convinced with the defense that has come not just from the person concerned, which is Supriya Shrinate, but from the party itself, from the Congress party itself? If you do desire more action, what is it? And has the BJP in the past taken appropriate actions on such instance?
Jai Shri Ram, Shivani ji. To start with, I would just say to the spokesperson of Congress, you are on the same team where Supriya is standing right now. So you're going to sack one of your own members, one of your own person, for tweeting what you have Congress party has asked them to do. This is what is happening. You say she does not speak ill of others. I don't know. So Joker kahi ka, badtameez aadmi, nali ka keeda.
There are so many
These are the
examples.
ones you are going to talk about. Ma'am, I was not speaking. So if you're going to speak, I'm going to tell you that there is something wrong with you there. So what happens is, when the same woman speaks, Gandhi Nali ka Keeda to Sambit Patra, to Smriti Irani, she speaks a derogatory remark. Urmila Matondkar resigned from Congress 2 hours back. In 24th April 2012, I have a tweet of Supriya Shrinate who is talking about and tweeted about, क्यों मैडम इटली के सारे डांस बार बंद हो गए थे क्या? Again, I have the same thing with me. Now you have also spoken about Urmila Matondkar at that time. Do you want me to read that thing again for you? Because this is very insulting when a woman of that caliber who speaks about a woman of the other and of the same family, she speaks about Urmila Matondkar that माल यहाँ है और मेरे युवा नेता थाईलैंड जाता है, स्वदेशी अपनाओ, पैसा बचाओ. Again, so I would like to ask you, who has changed? You or the media or the people around? The derogatory remarks, Supriya keeps on speaking on the media, on the platform itself. Everybody has heard her. Ask why your Urmila Matondkar just now, after in 2 hours, she has resigned. Because of you people, the people who talk about Ladki Bachao, and sorry, they do not even talk about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, because that's our thing. Yours is about Ladki Hu Lad Sakti Hu. So where is it? Who's fighting this battle? Because Supriya, who does not even know that her handle is being taken up by the other people. So please explain, who are those people? Is the Soros who's done it? Who is the one?
It's a person part of our social media team. Anuja, the question I asked you was this. The person concerned, one second, the person concerned has allegedly been sacked. This is what the Congress sources are telling us. Or at least some action has been initiated against the person who has been identified as the one who published the post. What else do you want?
This is a downfall taken by an innocent person. She was the one. Everybody knows it. We have seen her vocabulary on and off the record. This is the one, the way she talks about. She talks the walk. And who are the ones who are now being quiet? Why Sonia Gandhi doesn't speak on this? Why Rahul Gandhi doesn't speak on this? Why Priyanka Gandhi doesn't speak on this? It's the same situation like Mama Mitra has done it. The same situation that India Alliance have been together on this. Why these people now are quiet? This is something which
let me go across. One second. Let me go across to Andrea D'Souza as well. Andrea, is this sufficient behavior? Is this appropriate behavior to begin with? And is this sufficient action from a party that, calls everybody else sexist and misogynist, but, quietly just tries to bury something like this by saying, oh, some random person from our social media team did it? Ultimately, it's your responsibility.
Absolutely.
Okay, good evening, Shivani. And first of all, I need to answer one thing to Anuja. I hope I've taken her name right. What she's talking about, those tweets about Urmila and whatever she has spoken about, those are fake tweets. Please, madam, please do not follow WhatsApp University. वो सब fake tweets है जो आप जिसको आप बता रहे हो. Alright. Now coming back to your question, Shivani. Before I could even start, I'm amazed to see BJP women actually open their mouth, because I have always seen them in mute mode when it comes to women. They haven't spoken when it comes to Manipur. They haven't spoken when the rest of the women were, please, when I'm talking, do not talk in the middle, yeah? Women wrestlers, when they were fighting against a molester who is apparently still a member of parliament. And another, just लड़की की बात हम लोग कर रहे हैं, that is Kangana Ranaut. I do not stand by the unethical comment, because that's absolutely inappropriate. But I don't think so. I think where were these people when Kangana Ranaut said Urmila Matondkar? She called Urmila Matondkar a soft porn artist. Why didn't anyone speak that time? Isn't that a dignity? Wasn't that a woman's dignity? I mean, calling Swara Bhaskar degrade, calling me degrade, calling me saying 500 le liya hai, jabki which I don't do. That again, the similar post, similar thing had happened to me. What had happened to Supriya? Similar thing had happened to me. Similar thing had happened to me. Someone else had done it on my behalf, and I have been scrutinized for this till today. I've been getting it from BJP. Who had done it? That was a fraud done by a BJP member, Tejinder Bagga. But I have been facing this all throughout. Why? Because it's not my mistake. It was done by somebody else.
No, but was it your handle?
I apologize. Similarly, why should
Andrea? What was it? Your handle?
It is not my handle, but it was done by somebody.
You are ultimately responsible for your handle. You cannot say just because somebody else has been given some professional duty to post on my behalf. Doesn't mean that I am responsible for what goes out. Ultimately, you're the face.
So you
the
mean
the public is following that
so
handle
you
because of
say,
you,
so
not
you,
because of who's running your social media account.
Shivani, 1 minute, Shivani. When Anuja was talking, you didn't speak in the middle, so do not speak in the middle over here.
No,
you
but
asked me a question,
it is your responsibility.
You just said I'm not responsible. So mean to say you all get the liberty to call me 500 lady are. You get the liberty to tell ki chilla rahi hai. Do you know what abuse Supriya goes through? Do you have any idea?
So nobody is defending that. No, I'm sorry. Don't try to play victim here, Andrea.
No, then what?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. If you are posting, if you are making posts on social media, you get all kinds of comments. That is not a defense for attacking a woman and asking for what the rate in the Mandi is.
We have taken. The action has been taken. The man has been removed.
So is that enough? That's what I asked you.
Who has done the deliberate demand?
That's precisely what I asked you.
What do you want? You want an apology? What do you want? You want an apology? You want
Should
an apology?
that not be the basic?
First, if you want an apology, first apologize for saying calling Sonia Gandhi ji bar bala. Apologize for calling Swara Bhaskar degrade. Apologize. Of course, first you apologize.
So two things. One second. Two things that you've mentioned, Andrea. First of all, this is not just about BJP and Congress. I am talking about female actors particularly who come from an entertainment background and maybe get tickets and work as politicians, particularly getting attacked for their bodies. Andrea, one second. Have some patience. Just 1 second. I am talking about this mindset. Now, if you are saying that because there are 2 comments from BJP, therefore 2 comments from Congress should be cancelled out, fine, that's your argument. I am just wondering if the public is going to buy that. But Suzy Ben Shah, she made an interesting point, and I don't know where you stand on this, and this is an interesting debate that Andrea is triggering, that Kangana herself has called people certain things. She is a very bold person, she makes very bold statements. So it shouldn't be that big a deal if Kangana gets it, even though this post is bad and inappropriate and Supriya Shrinate did not do it, so don't blame her. But the suggestion is that even if Supriya had done it, who is Kangana to complain about it, because she says things about people too. What do you think?
Jai Hind Bharat and Jai Maharashtra. I would just like to make one clear statement that all of us first should condemn any statement made against any women of any political affiliations across party lines. We all should stand for each other. A wrong is a wrong. Too wrong and too right does not cancel each other. Now, as far as Kangana ji is concerned, she's an award winner. She's won various awards, national awards, Filmfare Awards, IFA Awards. She's a Padma Shri. She's a woman who stood her own ground. You remember the High Court also, passed strictures against the government when her whole house was torn down. I think close to 2 crores. My simple submission here is that the Congress party first accept that it was a wrong post.
No, they've done that. Supriya herself has called it inappropriate.
Hold on. No. The point is, no post is ever made on anyone's social media account till it is approved by the person, especially when you are heading the social media account of a party, of an important party. No one is given that authority, and I'm sure Congress knows that once you are in public life, you must rise to the occasion and ensure that, bhaiya, ये गलत पोस्ट हो गया, कैसे हो सकता है? You are supposed to be responsible for everything that you do. Secondly, the gentleman who's been asked to resign, he's made a scapegoat. We don't know whether at all he was the person who posted. We have to believe what the Congress party says.
No, okay, let me take that to Meeta. Meeta, this is the point I keep coming back to. What is Supriya Shrinate's professional responsibility? Because one, this post was made from her account, which she is accepting, even if it was by someone else inadvertently and in poor taste. But she is actually the chairperson of social media for the Congress party. As a professional, it's embarrassment. It's embarrassing that her team is doing it.
No, let me complete my one last sentence.
Let Meeta come in for 30 seconds, ma'am. I'll come back to you. Ms. Shah, I'll come back to you.
Shivani, as a professional media personality, I have always known you to be a very fair anchor. So please do not interrupt while I'm trying to make a point, because the flow of thoughts gets disrupted. Number one, Supriya Shrinate had gone on record and taken responsibility, called this content of the post inappropriate and wrong. And I'm agreeing with the other co-panelists who just spoke that across the political divide, women need to stand up for each other. Exactly. Completely, yes. This content was inappropriate. The post was deleted. What usually used to happen is that Supriya ji handles her own Twitter account by herself. So she would normally make her content available on the Twitter, and the Facebook and the Instagram teams who had access to her account would normally post the content from her Twitter account to the Facebook and Instagram platforms. Now here, by mistake, they followed a fake account, a parody account.
How did they make that mistake? I'm sorry, Meeta ji, I'm interrupting you. No, how did they make that mistake if they are in charge? No, 1 second.
Please.
Okay, you finish. Finish.
30 more seconds. They made a mistake. Professionally, they made a mistake. It was acknowledged. It was accepted that the content was inappropriate.
Okay, can I come in now? You're saying the same thing over and over.
However, when the Prime Minister says 50 crore ka girlfriend, had he gone on record and apologized?
Okay, so again, I'm not getting into whataboutery. For me, this is not about whataboutery. But Meeta ji, can I come in now? I find it a little bit. 1 second, ma'am. Ma'am, 1 second.
BJP is a party that protects lawmakers with crime charges and rape charges against them.
Suzy Ben Shah, this is my point. If the same team, and I'm guessing it is the same team, handles your Instagram, your Twitter, your X account now, and let's say your Facebook account, I am not believing that one person of that team did not know that that account was a parody account and made the stupid mistake of copying a derogatory post from a parody account into Supriya Shrinate's official account. I don't buy that. Ma'am, I don't buy that. That is professional. That is professional incompetency of the highest order. If your social media team did not know what other posts have been made from your other handles, I find that hard to believe.
It's a complete hogwash. First, they must accept that Supriya ji made a wrong statement, made a derogatory statement, and must unconditionally apologize. That's the beginning. But the problem with the Congress party is that they don't want to accept that it was a mistake by Supriya ji. How can you make a unknown person a scapegoat? What are we talking about? And then to say that we didn't know that someone posted. It also must be stated that you only brought down the comment after a big hue and cry was raised by responsible people, responsible women, political people like us.
Okay.
Till then it was very much there.
Okay, I don't know how long it was there, but well, that again does not look good. But final comments, Andrea, I come back to you to the same question. People who in public life who claim that they have better standards or they espouse to better standards cannot hide behind other people's behavior when things go wrong. That's the basic premise on what you are judged as a person. As a party, has the Congress party done enough?
I mean, first of all, I don't understand. I mean, she has already come out in open. Shivani, she's already come out in open. Tell me how many people have come out in open and actually said, sorry, galti ho gayi hai, sorry. Sorry nahi bola.
Shivani.
One by one, please, one by one, let her finish.
The way she spoke.
Shivani.
In the way
Anuj,
she spoke,
I'm coming
it was
to you
very
next.
clear that it was not her. It was not her fault. It was not her fault to do it. Yes, I agree.
Your
She is the head.
fault.
She is everything.
It's
Was
your
as
fault.
you say.
That's
But
it.
my dear, I do not talk when you're talking. Why do you talk? Why do you? I don't understand. What kind of
lady,
debate is
don't
this? Can you
premise.
be a civilized person?
One by one, one by one. Yes.
Shivani, why don't
Andrea
people
finish.
get
Andrea
civilized,
finish. Yeah.
She's not letting me talk in the middle. She's constantly talking. Okay.
Not at all.
As
Don't
I said,
premise.
Shivani,
One.
that see, this is what then you make.
Can I
people
just
forget
have
what they're
Andrea
trying to
with me?
talk. What
Can
are
I
you
just?
trying to do,
I
man?
have limited time, Andrea. Can you please? I'll give you 20 more seconds. Please
Yes,
finish
I
your
know,
thought.
but she's constantly making me forget what I want to talk.
Okay, finish your thought.
Yeah. So as I said, Shivani, so this is now see, she actually made me forget what I was supposed to be talking. This is what exactly BJP does on a debate, basically.
Okay.
I don't know what you were asking. I just forgot what you were asking.
Okay, never
actually.
mind. Anuja, the question I do want to ask you is, look at the track record of your party, for example, and your leaders. When have
Look
you
at it,
actually
baby.
acted on people who make derogatory, misogynistic statements? Look
Congress
at just what has
was
happened today.
asked
Dilip
about the
Ghosh.
girlfriend
Dilip
by
Ghosh
Prime
is in
Minister
dock.
Modi.
Dilip Ghosh is in dock for making
The
a
lady
rather
never speaks.
distasteful comment against Mamata Banerjee. What has your party done?
Didi, oh
Anuja.
Didi.
So what I will talk about quickly
Nothing.
is also about Priyanka Chaturvedi. I would also talk about Nagma. I would also talk about Aditi Singh. What Priyanka Gandhi has done with her, and I asked her husband to take the ticket and then defame his own wife during the election time. This is what is happening, and this is what is going to go about.
Okay, my
so
question,
when they are
Anuja.
talking about that is where when they are talking about the stuff, this is we are looking into the same matter. So how you just sack somebody from your own account by saying that this was not me, this was never done. What now we are talking about Dilip Ghosh also. So now you're asking, now what about you, Supriya Shrinate? What about you? You
No,
are
but
talking-
you
you're
have to
trying
set an
take-
example
this
too,
is-
right?
this is-
If the
this is all
BJP
examples are
if the
being
BJP
set.
wants to
There are-
believe that they stand for Shakti
there are-
more than other
there are
parties, then
times-
you've got to stand up for that as well.
There are times that the tickets have not been given to many of those, but when we look around when these kind of people, they are the ones who does not walk the talk. And this is where we talk about when if it comes from BJP, now they are doing a halla gulla and all that stuff. But when it is from Supriya Shrinate, Supriya, she should not be accountable. Being the chairman itself, and she's talking about something which does not make a sense,
Okay.
and making that poor
You know,
guy a
the sense
scapegoat
you get is
does
this.
not make a sense.
Can I just come in now? The
Yeah.
sense you get is this. All political parties are guilty of such behavior from time to time from their members, and virtually all political parties try to just brush it under the carpet. And you know, when it comes to taking credit about women's reservation bill or wanting more female participation, everybody is number one. But what happens when you come to such statements is a larger question we have to ask. I do thank all of our guests for joining us.